Amazon Web Service, it is referred as AWS. It is a set of cloud service provided by Amazon. Amazon EFS, file storage for shared access. See, these are all the different storage services provided by Amazon Web Services under storage services. Allow developers to build and deploy communication applications, voice, video and chat capabilities with their own application. Dear students, welcome to Computer Science classes. I am Ravi Kumar KR, lecturer in Computer Science, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. Students, let us start our discussion with the concept Cloud Platform in Industry, that is Unit 4. In this unit, we are going to discuss the few service providers and their applications are used in industry and different types of fields. Now, let us start with, in this session, let me talk about what is Amazon Web Services or AWS service. Amazon Web Service, it is referred as AWS. It is a set of cloud service provided by Amazon. So, this is a product of Amazon company which also provide various database as a part of its service suite. So, Amazon as a company, their product is AWS, the cloud service. They are going to provide database along with cloud services. So, this AWS offers a comprehensive suite of managed database services designed to cater various application needs and data models. These services aim to reduce the operational overhead for managing databases, allowing users to focus on application development. So, they are going to provide a database services. So, what's the advantage for the users? So, here the users can concentrate, can focus on their application development or in their work, in their development process rather than the infrastructure of the system. So, here it is going to reduce the operational and management burden for the user. See, that is the advantage of AWS database services. In the next slide, we will see the diagram of this. So, it is a subsidiary of Amazon. The Amazon Web Services is a subsidiary of Amazon company. It provides on-demand cloud computing platform and APIs to individuals, companies and governments on a metered pay-as-you-go basis. So, what is the meaning of this? So, here it is on-demand service. In general, cloud service is a on-demand service, or we can say it is pay-as-you-go basis. So, here it is the user is going to pay for the service offered by or has taken from the different service provider. So, it's going to provide the platform for individuals, not only platform, application program interfaces for even for individuals, companies and government and other bodies. So, this is the function of AWS, Amazon Web Service. Now, if you look at the diagram now, in this you can understand what is this. See, they are going to provide a storage service, and EBS volume, and this is the diagram and this is a region. So, and through internet, the user are able to access those services from AWS or from Amazon. In the next slide, say this is the core cloud infrastructure services. So, in generally, what a service provided by the Amazon. So, here if you look at the diagram, we can understand that is they going to provide compute services, storage and content delivery, and database, networking, and administration and security. So, this is the infrastructure as a service, and Amazon services, they are going to provide infrastructure as a service, and under this infrastructure, you can find these are different services provided by them, provided by Amazon. So, here you say it's a platform service, infrastructure service and platform service, and here is going to provide a software development platform service for various platform to help the user with analytics, application services, development and management, and mobile and devices. See, they are going to provide these type of different services under platform as a service or platform service. And apart from this, we have global infrastructure, in the sense it is available on region basis and on zone basis, even for edge computation. See, this is a general infrastructure of AWS or Amazon. They are going to provide different cloud services to the different varieties of industries in the market. In the next slide, now let us see another definition of this. So here it provides a variety of cost-effective and flexible computing services to meet the needs of organization. So it is also going to provide a computing services. So it's going to provide computer services with respect to the infrastructure, with respect to their storage, RAM, and so on. So this is to meet the user requirements or organization's requirement. And here there are three following are the few services provided by AWS. One is Amazon Elastic Computing Cloud. So this is EC2 service. It is one of the computing service. Next one is Amazon Elastic Container Service, ECS, and Amazon Elastic Container Service for Kubernetes, EKS. See, these are the few different services provided by AWS from Amazon. Now let us see these things one by one. So let us see what is first EC2. So what are the features of this? Again, it is a cloud computer, is a compute service. If I talk about compute services, see here is going to provide the necessary hardware resources or software resources for the computation or for execution of different applications. It may be in the terms of a CPU, it may be in terms of RAM, or in terms of storage. So different resources are available through these computer services. So what are the features of that? One is scalability. What is the meaning of scalability here? So here you can easily scale your computer resources up or down as your application demands change. So scalability, in the sense, the definition is whenever the user or the client, he would like to add one more resources, or he has to take one more resource as a service, it can be easily upscalable. So that is the meaning of upscale. And so what is the meaning of downscale? So suppose any customer using services from AWS, suppose for time being he would like to take out one of the services from the Amazon, then it is easy for them to scale down the services. So that is the meaning of scalability. So here the customers or the users or the clients can, whenever they want, they can add a few more resources, or they can remove the services from the AWS. So that is the definition of scalability. And it is virtual machine, nothing but instances. Instead of physical server, you get the virtual computers on which you can run your applications. So you know what is the concept of virtual machines? So it is nothing but virtualization. All these concepts work on the basis of virtualization. So it is going to provide a hardware virtualization, or we can say instead of having physical server at the customer premises, they can go for services. They are going to provide the services through virtual machines or nothing but instances. Through that they can run their application. Next one is flexible and cost effective. So here, as a pay as you go service, it means that you only pay for the resources you consume, and there are no upfront costs to get started with this. So it is, as is a pay and use service, we are going to pay only for the resources which has been used by the users or the clients, or the resources which have been consumed from the users or the clients. So that is the flexible and cost effective. Then wide range of instances. So EC2 is nothing but Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud offers a vast selection of instance of types, allowing you to choose the ideal combination of compute, memory, storage, and networking for your specific workload. See, this is the main concept of your computing cloud or computing services. So it is going to provide a memory, storage, and networking and so on, different hardware for the computational purpose or for that application. That is, they are going to provide wide range of instances or virtual machines. These are the few features of EC2. Again, next one is integrated with other services. So it works seamlessly with other AWS services like auto scaling, automatically adjust capacity and elastic load balancing to distribute traffic. So here main concept is integration. So this EC2 is going to integrate it with other AWS services. Here EC2 is one of the service, and similarly this EC2, it has a feature of, or it can be integrated with other AWS services. Security. Next one is security. It is managed through virtual private cloud. It is and subnets and security groups. Here, security can be managed by VPC, virtual private cloud. So that is a type of cloud networking. Next one is automation. You can manage and automate EC2 instances through the management console or programmatically using API, application program interfaces. Through any of the interfaces, it is possible to automate, or we can be automate the EC2 services or instances. These are the other features of EC2. Now look at this diagram here. So these are the few components are available with this. So here this is ECS service, and this is Amazon AWS Cloud Map, and here you can see ECS cluster, and these are nothing but a group of clusters. These are the containers. Containers are nothing but a place to store the data and information, and this is elastic load balancing to manage the traffic, and these are the users. Here the users are access the entire services through the internet. These are the few services of EC2. Next one is, we look into that another type of service, that ECS. What is ECS service? So Amazon Elastic Container Service, ECS service. So it has a container. If you look at the diagram of this, see this is the diagram which are pertaining to ECS or related to Amazon ECS, what we are discussing now. ECS, it has a different parts here. One is container. Now if you look at the diagram, these are the containers. So what are these containers? It is a package. It's a package that holds an application and everything, dependencies, libraries, etc. the application requires to run this. So it is a container is nothing but to store the different types of applications and also all the libraries which are required for the users to run different applications in the cloud service. That is the container. Next one is, they are independent. Containers are independent of underlying operating system, and hence container applications are fairly portable, flexible and scalable. Say what is the meaning of independent here? So this container, nothing but the whatever the information is here, it consists of, as we have seen in the previous point, it consists of many applications and libraries, and all these are free from the infrastructure. All free from the infrastructure or the physical component, or it might be in terms of software, different platform, that is are independent. That is the meaning of containers are independent, and this ensures the application will run always as expected, irrespective of system and environment in which a container is run. So as it is an independent, containers are independent, all the applications which are inside the container which can run irrespective of the system, platform or environment. Next one is Docker. So what is a Docker? It is a software that facilitate and automate the installation and deployment of application inside Linux container. So Docker is a type of container. That means it is a software. We are going to use it for Linux containers. So it's going to have a software and facilitate for the installation of and deployment of applications. Next one is cluster. So what is a cluster? It is a logic group of EC2 instances running as a single application. So this is cluster. Now in the diagram you understand what is a cluster. So cluster, it is a group of services and all the application services are inside the cluster, and it is available for the user as a single service. That is a cluster. So that is cluster is a logical group of EC2 instances or applications. Next one is container instances. Each EC2 in ECS cluster is called as container instances. So the EC2 inside the ECS is called as container instances. Next, we move on to AWS storage services. It is comes under the one of the compute services. So this storage services offers diverse solution like, is going to provide different types of solutions. For example, Amazon S3 and Amazon EBS and Amazon EFS. So in general, what is Amazon S3? Here, Amazon, it is an object storage for web and application data. So in Amazon S3, it is a storage service, and here all the applications or information are stored in the form of an object. So one is Amazon S3. Next one is Amazon EBS, means it is block storage for EC2 instances. Amazon EFS, file storage for shared access. See, these are all the different storage services provided by Amazon Web Services under storage services. Now let us see what is Amazon S3. So this Amazon S3, the full form is Simple Storage Service. Simple Storage Service is highly scalable and secure cloud-based object storage service. So it is object storage service. It means that all the applications or information stored in this Amazon S3 in the form of an object or as an object. So it is offered by AWS for storing and retrieving any amount of data from anywhere on the web. So it is possible to retrieve the information from anywhere and any type of data through this S3 services. Now, it works by storing data as object. As I told you a few minutes back, all the information are stored in S3 in the form of an object. So, files and their metadata. If I talk about what is an object, if any file is available or stored in S3, it is called as an object, and along with the metadata. What is metadata? It is a data about data and other information about the particular file, that is referred as metadata, and it is within the containers called buckets. Here it uses the technical term called buckets. What are buckets? And here all the information in the form of an object are stored inside the container, that is called as bucket, and offering features like cost-effective storage classes and access control and high durability and availability of use cases ranging from data lakes to mobile applications. So what is this is? It consists of use cases and nothing but examples or different models. So in general, what is S3? S3 is a storage device, and here all the information is stored in the form of an object inside S3. It is referred as buckets. Bucket is a term we are using it. Inside the bucket, we have all the information or applications, and which are very cost effective and which has so many use cases, nothing but examples, or with different types of models for different arrangements from data to different applications. This is the function of or. This is Amazon S3. Next one is what are objects and buckets. See, data stored as an object, as I told you just now, which are essentially files along with any associated metadata. As I told you, metadata is data about data. And these objects are organized into buckets which acts as a container for your data. Here all the objects or informations are stored inside the bucket in organized way, or the data stored in organized. And here web service interface. Next one is what is web service interface, and this provides web service interfaces allowing you to access and manage your data from anywhere via the internet, the Amazon console or S3 API. So it's going to provide interfaces so that users can access the data, retrieve the data through internet from different API or interfaces. Next one is scalability and durability, and this it is designed for massive scalability, allowing you to store virtually any amount of data and offers exceptional durability of to ensure your data is highly available. So it is going to provide the scalability, means we can store any amount of data or any different types of data inside the bucket, and also it going to provide the durability. It means it is going to provide the service of accessing the data at any point of time without any hassle. That is the meaning of scalability and durability. It is a schematic diagram where it indicates the concept of S3. Here, elements, media, live, it is a video processing, and Amazon file storage bucket, and this is CloudFront, content delivery network, and multiple OTT service devices, and this is Amazon S3, it is a bucket. So here, all the informations or applications are stored in the form of bucket. This is an example for diagram for Amazon S3 services. Next one is we move on to another type of service, that is EBS. So what is EBS? Amazon Elastic Block Storage. This is another type of service from AWS. So this is EBS. It provides scalable, high performance, block level storage volumes that can be attached to Amazon EC2 instances, functioning like virtual hard drives for your cloud server. So EBS, Elastic Block Storage, another type of service from AWS. It provides high performance, scale and block level storage so that it can be attached EC2 instances, and it works as your virtual hardware or hard devices. It works as hardware drives for your cloud services. It offers feature like data persistence for applications and point-in-time snapshots for backups and disaster recovery and encryption for data security. So this is the function of, or is going to provide these type of services, that is EBS. Elastic Block Services is going to provide point-in-time snapshots for backup, disaster recovery, and as well as encryption of data security. This is EBS. In the next slide, we will see another few technical terms of EBS. Now, for next one is EBS volume. So what is EBS volume? See, it can you create EBS volume which are persistent raw block level storage devices and attach them to your Amazon EC2 instances. So it's going to provide a raw block level storage devices, that is EBS volume. Data persistence. The data stored in EBS volume persists independently of the instance's life cycle. So what is the meaning of persistence? Means the data is available for a long time. The user can access it at any point of time according to their requirement. That is the data persistence. Snapshots. What are snapshots? You can create EBS snapshots which are incremental point-in-time backups for your EBS volumes. And this is snapshots are nothing but is going to help in to back up your data or volumes. Here EBS volumes are nothing but the raw level data. These snapshots are stored in Amazon S3 and can be used to restore new volumes or create copies. So in general, what is the meaning of this concept here? So here all the informations are stored in the form of volumes. It is nothing but block level storage of the information, and this is this data persistence, and it can be accessible through snapshot. Snapshots are nothing but a type of interface, and the snapshots are inside this S3, this container, so that the user can access this data in the form of snapshot at any point of time. That is the concepts of EBS. In the next slide, see, this is the diagram you can make out here. See, this is the volume, EBS volume, where it's going to store raw block level of data. So all data is backup here. This is the backup. And again, these are the snapshots. What is EBS snapshot? Is going to help the users in backup help the users in data backup, and the data that has changed since the most recent snapshot is backup. And here, this is day 1, day 2, and day 3. So this is how the EBS snapshot is help the user in backing up their data. In the next slide, Amazon EFS. Amazon EFS. What is here? It is Amazon Elastic File System. It is another type of service. So it is fully managed serverless, fully managed elastic scalable cloud storage service that provides a shared file system for both AWS cloud services and on-premises resources. So this is EFS, Elastic File System. So what is Elastic File System from the Amazon? It is a fully managed services. In the sense, it's going to automate the services. Most of the services are automated. Here, the users need not to worry much about the infrastructure or other software concepts or software part of it, because it is fully managed by the service provider, and it is a serverless service. Elastic means scalable. What is mean scalable? As you know the meaning of scalable, and whenever the customers want any services, he can demand the services and it can be added immediately. And at any point of time, if any customer would like to take out the services from the AWS, that it can be scaled down automatically. That is the meaning of fully managed services. It provides a storage service. It provides for shared file system. So the shared file system in that, so that it can be accessible through AWS services or also on-premises local services, that is ECS. It supports the network file system NFS protocol, allowing it to be easily mounted to multiple compute instances simultaneously. So what is network file system, or it is a protocol, is going to help the user to mount. We use the word mounting, the mounting different services or multiple services to different devices. That is the concept of NFS. Then EFS is automatically grows and shrinks its storage capacity, eliminating the need for the manual provisioning or management. So here, as it is providing automated, fully managed automated services. So here, eliminating the manual provisioning or manual management, because it is automatically grows and shrinks. Means as and when the more memory is required or storage required, then it's going to increase its capacity. And when there are no much use of the storage devices, so it can be shrink or it can be minimize the capacity. That's the meaning of grows and shrinks automatically. Then it is suitable for wide range of use cases, mean different models, including home directories, web serving, content management delivery, and for different applications, big data analytics and database backup. See, these are all the advantages of EFS service, that is Elastic File System. One is content management and application, centralized applications management, database backups, and web surveys and home directory. These are different applications of EFS, that is Elastic File System. In the next slide, we will see few characteristics of this EFS, and it is ideal for storing organizational data, file server, individual data and application data, and it is useful for these type of applications. And it states that a single EFS, what you have seen, Elastic File System, can be simultaneously connected to thousands of electronic compute cloud services. So here EFS service, it can be connected to EC2 service of AWS and on-premises resources, allowing you to share EFS data with as many resources as needed. So with the help of EF is going to share the data with multiple resources. Now access to shared ECS folders and data is provided through native operating system interfaces. It is possible to access the information through the native operating system, means operating system other than VM or existing, or the organization's existing OS other than the OS provided by the service provider. Now let us see what are the advantages of EFS. It's elastic in nature. It is elastic, means the storage capacity can be automatically scaled up or scaled down, and It is the major advantage over traditional storage solutions. You can add and remove the capacity without disturbing the users or applications. That is the meaning of elastic in nature. Without disturbing the applications or without disturbing the services, it is possible to increase or decrease the capacity of the storage devices. Next point is, importantly, it is a permanent. EFS storage is a permanent. When attached to an EFS compute instances, data will not be disappear when that instance is relaunched. So another important point is that the data which are stored in EFS system, it is permanent nature. So what the meaning is that, suppose if the data is accessed through different snapshot or through different instances, even after the instance has been closed or even after the instance has been closed, so the data will be available in the EFS storage. That is the meaning of EFS storage is permanent. Next point is drawbacks of EFS. No Windows instances, means it is not supported on Windows EC2 instances. Its volume can only used with non-Windows instances. Linux that support NFS volume, means it's going to support the any operating system which support NFS volume. So in general, it is not for Windows operating system. No system boot volume. So it is EFS volumes also cannot be used for system boot volumes. And here, you know what a volume in EBS volume can only be connected to one EC2 instances or server, while EFS volumes can be connected several EC2 instances and on-premises resources. See, this is the meaning of no system boot volume. Now, next move on to AWS communication services. So, what is communication services? So, it includes a cloud-based APIs and SDK designed to add communication features like email, SMS, push notifications, chat and voice to applications and websites with minimum coding. See, this is the meaning of communication services. Now, if you look at the examples like email is a communication service, SMS, notification, chatting, all these are an example for communication services, and all these can be included with minimum coding. All these applications can be included in the websites or in their applications with minimum coding. That is the AWS communication services. Now in this, let us see what are the different technical terms of communication services. We have Amazon SES, that is simple email service. It is for sending transactional, marketing and notification email. See, this is under communication services. One is SES, Amazon SES, simple email services for sending notifications and marketing and transactional emails. Next one is Amazon SNS, simple notification service. See, this is email service, notification service for sending messages to large number of subscribers via push notification function, SMS and more. See, this is another service called SNS, simple notification services, to send notifications for more than one user or multiple users. Next one is Amazon Pinpoint. What is this? It helps the customer engagement through the push notifications, SMS, email and voice channel. So it is going to help the customers with these type of services. That is Amazon Pinpoint. Next we will see what is Amazon Chime SDK. So it is allow developers to build and deploy communication applications, voice, video and chat capabilities with their own application. So Amazon, this SDK is going to provide a platform for developing applications for voice, video and chat capabilities. AWS end user messaging. So another service. So it provides a global scale capabilities for SMS, MMS, multimedia service, push notification, WhatsApp and text to voice messaging for end users. So these are the applications of or functions of end user messaging. Next one is messaging infrastructure. Then these services provide the underlying infrastructure for reliable data exchange between application. So what is messaging infrastructure? So it's going to provide the service about the infrastructure, where the applications are hosted or software has been deployed or services are deployed. So this is messaging infrastructure. In the next slide, we will see next one is Amazon SQS Simple Queue Services. So it is a managed message queuing services, message queue services, different parts of application, other AWS services to communicate reliably. For effective communication, is going to maintain a queue, and here it is so SQS, the simple queue service, is going to maintain or manage the queue for the services. And Amazon MQ. What is Amazon MQ? It is a message broke service for Apache Active MQ and Rabbit MQ, helping with distributed applications. And this is Amazon MQ is going to help or is going to provide services for Apache servers and as well as RabbitMQ platform. Next one is real-time communication for applications requiring real-time communications, and it is also possible to develop any applications or software for real-time communication. Then real-time communication on AWS, what is the meaning of that? So a broad category of encompassing voice, video and messaging for telecommunications and customers engagement, and requiring high availability and low latency. What is real-time communication? Is going to help the customers with different forms, in the form of telecommunications, maybe voice mail or voice chat, or with the help of different services, or to engage the services for the customers to help real time or online. That is real time communication on AWS. Now look at the different this. Now this is the schematic diagram to show the communication services through web application. So students, so far we have discussed about the applications of cloud services in the industry. Under that, we have learned about AWS, Amazon Web Services, and their different services. Let us continue our discussion in my next class. Thank you so much.